Hello, and welcome back for season 2 of Mom with Issues. I am your resident mom with issues, Alice Rainey. Welcome back, everybody. This episode is going to be a palate cleanser, let's say. That last episode was heavy, and if you are back this week, I promise it will not be nearly as heavy as that last episode was. This one is just a chat. It's a phone call between me and a really good friend of mine. So if you want to sit in on our shenanigans, grab a drink, grab a snack, and join us while we just kind of bounce all over the place and just have a general good time. I'll see you there. Today, I have an amazing friend of mine. She is a badass entrepreneur, the producer of Ready to Be Accountable podcast, a partnered mommy of 3. You can find her on TikTok at the Ratchet Hippie, my bestie, my boo, Mal. Hey, baby girl.
Hi.
Hey.
Yo, what's up?
Look at you with all the energy.
I mean, I'm trying. I'll be on my Rihanna shit lately. You know what I'm saying? You know, there was like, Rihanna, what do you do when you're not feeling like yourself? Pretend.
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 With
What else
a
am I gonna do? You know, sit and cry myself to sleep? Who wants to do that? I hear that, Rihanna. Who wants to do that? Pretend. I'm doing fantastically well.
That was pretend with a hard P, in case anyone missed it. Pretend.
Listen.
But yes, we fake it till we make it. But we're gonna make it.
Right. That's only because we know we're going to make it. That's
We're
the
gonna
thing.
make it.
Like, that's the thing.
Fucking thriving.
So is it really pretending, or is it just, you know, like showing up for the job you want? You know what I'm saying? You dress for the job you want. That's what the old people say. You know what I'm saying? So is it really pretending, or is it showing up as the person that you want to be one day? So one day that's the person you are.
The Crystal Girlies would call that manifestation and alignment.
Listen, I didn't want to get too hippie with it, but if we're going to go that route, they don't call me the Ratchet Hippie for nothing.
Woo-woo, that's where I found you at. You're over here calling people weirdos, and I was like, that's me. I resonate with that.
Well, no, okay, so I was calling myself a weirdo. I was like, look, I'm weird. And everybody was like, I'm weird too. If you're weird, I'm weird. And I was like, well, shit, we could be weird together. Let's go.
And we are. We've been weird together for like 3 years. I cannot believe I've known you that long.
It's definitely been 4 years because this happened during the pandemic. Shout out to COVID.
Shit. Time's a flat circle after that.
Right. You see how we've like missed time?
Listen. The jump from 2019 to 2024 is a very violent one. And I don't remember a good portion of that time period.
Violent. I felt personally attacked. I was in Mean Girls. It's like, if anyone's here who feels personally attacked by Regina George, please raise your hand.
Hand up.
All the way up.
All the way up. You cannot see me, but it is very far extended. Yeah, no, it's life is lifing.
Life be lifing. Life does be lifing. And it lifes in the most inconvenient times and inconvenient ways. Like, did you have to life like that right now? Like, while everything else was going on, you just had to like, let me just put this cherry on top right here. Full mental breakdown. There you go.
It's like the universe was like, you need a vacation. How about one with grippy socks and mandated?
Right. I mean, you didn't specify. You did not specify. You just said you needed a break. I gave you a mental one. Like, be more specific. Okay. Be more specific with what you're asking me for.
Exactly. The universe is like, listen, we did 2 birds, 1 stone. Okay. You said break. I broke you, and then you had to take a break. So
absolutely,
it just feels like a general win, but you know, it's okay. We rise like phoenixes from the ashes.
Listen.
So why are you here? Why did I call you? Why are you here?
Because we're besties.
Fuck yes. You are my elite employee. Actually, I think technically I'm gonna be your elite
Yes,
employee,
technically you're my elite
but
employee, but we're gonna get into that later.
that's a later show. That's
That's
a
a
later
later show. That's later.
But no, I thought it'd be fun to have you here and just, like jibber jabber and bring some other people into the fold. Because sometimes you just want to be nosy and sit in on other people's conversations and, commiserate. And misery loves company, and nobody here is miserable, but we can make some motherfuckers miserable. We could do that. We could talk
Misery
about some.
does love
We could talk about.
company, but iron sharpens iron. So let's, you know what I'm
Ooh,
saying? Let's
I
let's
like it.
greatness beget greatness. Like fuck the haters. I
Yes.
don't have time for that. Bitch, I'm trying to be a millionaire. Okay. If I had time for all the haters in my life, I would not be where I'm about to go. Let's just put it that way,
Boom.
okay? Like let's be
Boom.
real. If I let the haters keep me where they wanted me to be, I would not be trying to restart this whole shenanigans again.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. I love it.
So we're not going to. I mean, but like, please continue to hate because if I'm just saying, if you don't have at least one hater, are you really doing something right? Because if you don't have somebody hating on you, that like
That is true.
you're not really doing anything right, right? Because
True.
essentially, a hater is just jealous that you're doing something that either they thought that you couldn't do or something that they know that they can't do. Okay.
That
So if
part.
you have a hater, it's because you doing some shit. So please feel free to hate on me because bitch, I've been working.
This would be a perfect time for a musical interlude of Hate on Me Hater by Mary J. But I'm not getting licensing for that, so y'all sing in your head. Um, but yeah, no. We rise above. We overcome. We move the fuck on is what we do.
We do in all
Mm-hmm.
aspects.
So, what you got planned for the summer? What is happening this summer? You gonna be in these streets? What
I
you
no, no. I mean, my streets days are done. I'm auntie status. The fuck you mean? Like, I'm gonna
Not
be in my
auntie
mid
status.
30s. I'm gonna be in my mid 30s this summer. My birthday is in July. I'm a whole Leo baby. Shout out to the Leos.
Oh,
Big Leo
shout out to
energy. Don't be a
Leo.
hater. Don't be a hater. That's big Leo
Listen,
energy.
I am a Leo rising, okay? I am in this vibe, but y'all just love to tell people when you Leos and it's your
Yeah,
birthday. Your
absolutely,
birthday
absolutely,
season.
absolutely. The season, the whole season, day, week. Girl,
I do
please,
not know. I
please.
do not know a single Leo
Because
that
you know why?
celebrates
Because
the
we
day.
because we need to be celebrated. Like, let's be real. Like, so many people hate on Leos, and you know what I'm saying? They hate on us because we wear our pride on our sleeves. Like, you're so mad that you can't be as charismatic as us and don't give a fuck. Like, why
That
why
is true.
not?
That is
Anyway.
true. That is true.
But and see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Whether or not you celebrate a Leo, we don't give a fuck because we will celebrate ourselves. The fucking you don't have to celebrate us, bitch. We celebrate ourselves, okay?
Every day, every chance you get. Y'all
I
are
don't.
very good at
Matter of
it.
fact, I don't think that I know one Leo that doesn't have like at least like a lion or like the Leo symbol or something like tattooed on them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
Leos
Facts.
will let you know that they are Leos. And like somebody the other day called me a Cancer. I like legit girl,
Ooh.
girl. Like I
Ooh.
legit guy. I just looked at them. I was like the blasphemy,
Were they
the
mad at you?
gall.
Why would
I
they
don't know.
say
Girl, I
that?
don't know. I don't know. But I was just like, why? Right? Like, why would you say something like that?
Why would you say that? Ew.
Yeah,
No.
but I was just like, no. And they were like, oh, what are you? I was like, I'm a Leo. Oh, I should have. Yeah, you should have known,
Yeah, you
bitch.
should have
You should have
known.
known. You got damn right. You should have known. But no, this summer, I plan on working. I'm working this summer, working my ass off this summer. But like, yes, work wise, but also like working on me wise. You know what I'm saying? Like as you did say, I am a mama three. I am. But my kids are a little. I have big kids now. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like my kids are 19, 16, and 8. So I have big kids who literally have their own lives. Like my kids do not stunt me. Do you understand me? My kids live their best life. My son was just at the lake for a fucking weekend. Matter of fact,
Nice.
he came and he took my car and he was like, I know you're not using this. And he just left.
Catch you later.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you're not using this, and left his car with me, right? And then took my car and was gone. And I was just like, but he was right. I didn't go nowhere. I stayed my ass in the house. But this summer I definitely it depends on where the wind blows me, but if it happens to blow me to the Windy City, which it looks like it might, I definitely planned on living my best, like, 30, flirty and thriving. Not flirty so much, but like flirting with myself, flirting with life, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
when I came out to Chicago to visit my mom during spring break this past April, and getting to see you and having dinner and stuff, and it was just so much fun being in the city because I'm from a very small town. Well, technically I'm an army brat, but I've been here for like 20 years, and I'm from a very small town in Georgia, and it's not city. Okay, you go to Chicago, that's a metropolitan. Okay, that's a city.
Yes.
I live in a town. Okay. Okay. Like, no, our tallest building is like 8 floors. Like, no, get out of here.
That's so cute.
Right, it's adorable, right? Like you could fit us in Atlanta's pocket. Okay. But when I was there, it was so much fun. Like I went to museums, and I literally went like outside my mom's building. I walked 900 feet to Starbucks to go get a croissant and like a little Starbucks for myself. And it was so funny because my mom was like, "Are you gonna be okay? Do you need me?" Mom, like literally, it's 900 feet. It's 900 feet. Get out, lady. Get out in public more often. But yeah, like we went walking downtown, just sightseeing. First of all, the architecture in Chicago is just gorgeous.
Yes.
It is just beautiful. Like you could really spend all day just walking downtown and looking at just the landscapes, the architecture, the buildings, like the engineering. It's a beautiful city. But I'm not gonna lie, Chicago scares me. And I told you that because she was like, "Oh yeah, come out here for a few weeks." Chicago scares y'all are crazy. Y'all shoot people out there. Like, no, it's scary.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep you away from the shooty parts.
Yes,
it's
the
not
shooty
shooty
parts
out by me. I'll keep you away from the shooty parts. I know where the shooty parts are.
But this summer, I guess leading back to the question I keep drifting away from, I just plan on living my best life. I definitely plan on taking advantage of some opportunities that are coming my way, but I definitely want to like do things. Like I definitely want to city hop. I'm going to Atlanta, I'm going to Chicago. I might end up going out to Denver because I have some connections out there. But yeah, this summer is a building, a networking type of summer. That's what this summer is for me.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna be in the streets. No, I'm kidding.
You're gonna be in the air, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Oh, yeah. In the air, on the ground, in the car. What were we talking about again?
Summer plans. Summertime.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to sing because nobody needs to hear that. But you.
I'm sorry. I told you that's what I just break out into. I told you when we were doing our test and I broke out in the song. Then I was like, look, this is what you have to look forward to now.
Listen, I'm not paying for any licensing on any music on this podcast, so sing away. Sing away, my boy. Sing away. Spotify's like, you can add music to your episodes, right? And it'll like intercut like Spotify tracks. But it only plays on Spotify. So I'm like, well, what the hell happens on Google and Apple and Stitcher? And
it's just weird silence.
Yeah, like I haven't figured that out yet. So is it gonna be an ad? That'd be weird. And also, if it's an ad, is it monetized? And can I get paid? So many questions.
These are the questions that we need answers to, though. Those are the questions that we need answers to.
Seriously. So I am gonna be around. I plan on doing some staycation-y type stuff. This is my first summer as a single-ish mom.
Shout out. Congratulations.
Right? Thank you. Because there's only two things to say when someone says they are getting a divorce or separated. And it is either condolences or congratulations. And congratulations are most certainly in order.
Very much so.
Thank you very much. But yeah, I want to do some staycation stuff. I want to sail. I want to learn how to sail, like on a sailboat.
What? I'm sorry, but what else would you sail on?
Listen, listen. You could sail
What?
on a yacht.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. You
All
get
right.
some people use the term sailing for generic things on any kind of motorsport. So
Hey,
like
I
a
don't know.
big
Look, see,
boat.
that's above my pay grade. All right, that's above my tax bracket. So I don't know all of the posh hobbies and to doings and whatnot. Oh, okay, Chauncey. Like, no, I don't. But yeah, so I that's okay. So excuse me, please excuse my ignorance. This is stuff you got to teach me when I come up there. Like, girl, no, that is not. I mean, like I did have to take like debutante classes when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god,
Oh,
I had to take etiquette
Jack and
classes.
Jill.
So I won't embarrass you. I'll tell you that. I mean, I know how to eat with the right fork, but excuse me if I don't know, the rules to badminton.
Listen, listen. I don't know shit about sailboats either, so we're gonna find out for the low price of 2K for 4 days. That's the one I googled. I don't know. I should probably do more
You
research.
know what? I actually want to go back to the mountains this summer. I went to the mountains last summer with my other best friend.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what?
I know.
You know what?
No, 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 no. I cannot. No,
Technical difficulties.
honestly,
Technical difficulties.
honestly, I can't wait for you guys to meet. You know how you have some friends that you just know to keep away from each other because they just wouldn't
Yes.
mesh because
Yes.
like this is my I act ratchet with friend, or this is my let's
Yes.
go do day parties with friend, or let's go do some ratchet ass shit friend. You know what I'm saying? So you have those friends, but you and my other best friend, I was just talking to her about you, and I was telling her like I can't wait for there to be a time for us to all meet and be together, because like we're on the same type of time, and it's just so fun being with friends who are on that same type of time. Because again, we were talking about what we're going to do this summer. I was like, you were the type of bitches that like I could go out with. Y'all wouldn't be the bitches that either I would have to be like, oh, don't dress, like, or I'm not one of those like, oh, don't outdress me. But first of all, you could try, but that's what I love about my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have that confidence about us, and I'm not one of them hating ass bitches that would be like, oh, don't try to outdress. Bitch, you better put that shit on. You had better put that on, because what I'm going to do, especially as a Leo, I'm always going to overdress. I can't help but to overdress. Even when I try to do like an everyday look, bitch, my everyday look is just shenanigans. All right. It just is. And like, I either have two looks. I either look homeless, or I look like it's just too much. It's just too much. And there's no in between. And if I'm going out, it's going to be the too much. And like, you and her are the type of people who would match that in your own ways. You know what I mean? Like, all of, and that's what's so crazy, that all of our style is vastly different. Like, I cannot wait for you to meet her. But it was so funny because I was telling her, between you, her, and then one of my good friends, Kita, I was like, I feel like I found like my Sex in the City tribe. Like, like you bitches would be the bitches that I would like, girl, like, honestly, like, y'all are like my Sex in the City tribe, and it's just like, it's wild. But I can't wait for you guys to meet. I really can't. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be so much fun. Yes, I do. I've never had a Sex in the City tribe. I normally don't have a shit ton of female friends.
Me neither. I told you that. Remember? Because I was just like, I really listen. Okay, like, let's get a little personal here. I remember that I actually went on Bumble on like that best friend, that friend of friend thing. Yes. I literally signed up for Bumble to do the BFF thing, because again, like I said, I'm one to network, and I'm one to do things. Like, yes, while my name is Mal, I am black. I'm black. I don't know if you can hear it. But I'm not partially black. I'm not a quarter black. I am full Negro. Okay. Even though I am light skinned, I am full Negro. All right.
She's throwing that out there in case you pop up on her TikTok page and you're like, who is this Blasian woman? She's trying to beat the Blasian allegation. She never will.
First of all, between you and my son with that no, it's you and my best friend. Yes. Oh, you know what? Let's not go off into that. Let's not, because now I'm starting to sound crazy.
Do I need to send this link to someone else? Do we need to expand this phone call? Do I need
No,
backup?
absolutely
What
not.
a
First of all, I do
frick
not look Blasian. I do not look Blasian. I don't look Panamanian. I don't look Hawaiian. I don't look Samoan. I don't look Puerto Rican. I am a nigga. I'm a Negro. I am a strong Black woman.
Feeling Puerto Rican with this her.
I'm feeling Puerto Rican. Okay, no.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my God. Girl, I don't even know what the heck we were just talking about. You get on my nerves.
A better host would remember. I know we were talking about you being blackety black. I don't remember how we got there though.
Yeah, I don't remember how we got to the fact that I was Black. I
Your
know how.
name.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so I know how we got there because, like I said, I live in a small town, and I like to do things like, i.e., like go to museums. I like to go to brunches. I like to go to like network events. Like I like to do these type of things. But again, you won't find that kind of community in the city that I'm in. So I resorted to signing up for Bumble's BFF little program thing or whatever. And like I went through there and then I felt like I don't know. I felt like weird and I felt like ashamed that I couldn't meet friends like outside of the internet. And so I deleted my account and I was just like, no, I can find people, but
oh my gosh.
As you see, I've became best friends with somebody that I met via TikTok 4 years ago. So we see how that's going for me.
Swimmingly, bitch. I'm a delight.
You are a delight. You're a gem. You're a hoot. It's just wild. That like TikTok really did change people's lives and it really did bring people together. It is wild that I can say that one of my best friends I met via TikTok 4 years ago, and all because like, you know, she followed me. She was just like, oh yeah, I like her energy, she's weird like me, you know what I'm saying? And then I talked to you and you talked back to me and I was like, oh shit, I got one. And it's just so
like
funny
8
because
hours in your live one day. Like
I know.
I was just like, yep, that's it. I'm here. I'm here to stay. Like,
there would be times that you were making like TikToks, like calling me out, like, hey, like, where are you at? Like, how are you not like on live or something now? Like, what are you doing? Yeah. The Ratchet Hippie time was a wild time. It was, and it was very eye-opening for me, and it was an exciting time for me. It was crazy, the camaraderie that the Ratchet Hippie brought on TikTok. And it was wild, the support that I got, because from TikTok, I actually started, you know, the Ratchet Hippie, the company. And that's just wild, the support that I got from there. And I keep saying wow because like it's crazy. Like it feels like a fever dream 2020, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It does. It's like so much life has happened in between like those 4 years, and it's so vastly different. Like things pre-pandemic are very different, right? Like I honestly, there's some things pre-pandemic that I've forgotten what that normalcy, what that quote unquote normal was, because it's been replaced. But the 4 years that I've known you, just so much has like shifted. And I met you at the Ratchet Hippie, and then you moved to another site, and now like you're rebranding and becoming this whole new, more awesome thing. And I get to see all of this, and I am so excited.
Yeah,
because like I get to watch my best friend just like shine and be awesome, because this broad, in case y'all don't know, like she's not on TikTok like a lot right now, but like she sneezes and it goes viral, and it's confusing.
Girl, I don't know.
Who posts inconsistently and has no theme or niche as to why I can't go viral. I'm fucking kidding. Those are the reasons.
I don't know.
Homegirl gets on here and she's just like, let me sneeze all cute. And I'm like, no,
absolutely.
mind you, the body is bodying and the face card is never declined. So like We see you, okay? We see
No,
you.
absolutely
We
not.
see
Absolutely not.
you.
I honestly don't know what it
Mm-mm.
is. I don't know what it is. I don't know how I did it more than one time. I don't know how I did it in more than one niche. I don't know what it is. And other than to say that like I just found a group of people who resonated with who I was on an energetic level. That's all I can say. And like so many people would ask, like, how do you go? Like, I went viral over a fucking microwave one time, y'all. A microwave?
See?
Come on. Come
See?
on.
See?
But that's what I'm
This,
saying. It's like I at that time, like I was definitely in my energetic bag. I was definitely in alignment with what I needed to be doing at that time. And I know that I was, but I was not prepared. And see, that's the whole thing with me is that for some reason I don't ever, I guess, feel like I will find my people again, but somehow they always find me. And then when they find me, it's an influx. And I don't know. I think
mhm.
I have like a bit of imposter syndrome because I'm just like, well, I'm just looking for like one or two people to like kick it with, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a lonely broad. And then fucking hundreds of thousands of people would be like, hey, we're here. And I'm like, whoa, that's way too much. Like, I feel like that NBA young boy when he went live and all those people were in it. Oh no, that's too many people. Oh no. Bye. That's how I feel. Like, oh no. I remember this one time I was playing Genshin and freaking 700 people were in there. What are y'all doing in here watching me play Genshin? I gotta go. Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, man, that is the power of Mallory. That is the power of your personality. That's what I tried to tell you. I'm like, is you. They're here for you. Like you could literally be talking about fucking microwaves and they're here for you because you are a delight. You are a gem. And it's just
Oh, you
being
think
around you is
so?
so refreshing.
Oh my
So
goodness.
your fucking imposter syndrome, I get it. Like this podcast is not real to me. Like it is very real.
Oh my God,
There's multiple
no.
episodes,
If there's
but it is not
anything that
real
I
to
could
me.
possibly do, if there was anything that I could do, like if there was one thing that I could wish for you, it would be to get rid of your imposter syndrome for this podcast. Because when I tell you, you have the podcast, you are podcasting, like you have the voice. Like there is a certain voice that you have to have within podcasting. You have the voice, you have the cadence, you have that smooth, like you make people want to listen to you. Like I don't give a shit about what you're talking about, but I want to listen to what you're saying because you are just like so smooth and cool with it. Like I was telling you earlier, like you would be one of those broads. Like I don't even listen to like true crime podcasts, but like you have that voice. You be like, welcome back to Mom with Issues. Like bitch, what is about to happen? What is going to happen this episode? Like I need to know. Like oh my God, you know what I'm saying? This season on Mom with Issues. Like, oh my God, what is it? What's happening? I need to, like, girl, like, I'm like fangirling and I'm on the call with you right now. I'm like fangirling out. But like if there's one thing that I could like take away imposter syndrome, it would be this because you have the like bitch, I could listen to you with a recipe. Okay. And just be like, oh my God, yes. Okay. All right. You
Oh
get better
my god.
Campbell's. All right.
Oh my god. Oh, thank you.
And
You're
then like
so
on top of that, you're a good interviewer too, because I did hear your first episode, season 2, you actually interviewed someone.
I
Oh gosh, what was their name?
Lee.
Lee, that's right. And she had such an interesting and powerful, beautiful story. Well, beautiful at the end, something beautiful came out of it, her,
Mm-hmm.
i.e., you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like even being able to facilitate a place where someone could feel safe enough to tell a story as sensitive as that, like you create that type of space, you're just girl, I can't wait to be like, I know her. Like yeah, whatever bitch, like I know her, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, that's my best friend. Like
Oh, thank you. Thank you, boo. But like we're gonna be a bad bitch crew. Like bad
I
bitch
honestly
duo.
feel
Bad
that.
bitch duo. Cause get like this is the tribe I'm building, right? This is the village I'm building. Tribe's not the right word. We don't colonize, but this is the
Listen,
vibe that I'm like
definitely the
building,
vibe.
right?
I'm trying to surround myself with millionaire bitches because I'm trying to be a millionaire bitch.
That's what
So
I'm talking about. What is the name of that book? Because you just told me. I put it in my
yes.
Audible.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
Name of the
shout
book.
out to all the moms with
Share with the
issues who are
class.
listening to this, especially the entrepreneurs or whatever. Let me pull up my Audible right now.
Share
So
with the class.
go to my library. It's called "We Should All Be Millionaires." We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rogers. Get the book,
Rachel
listen to it. Oops, sorry. Get the book, listen to it.
Not right now.
Not right now. Not right now. It's amazing. After you listen to that book, listen to a book called Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. It is amazing, especially if you're an entrepreneur. But if you would like to be a millionaire, there are definitely pearls of wisdom, within these books. And speaking of entrepreneurship, let's segue into that. It's just crazy because
Oh.
I guess leading or going into it, you don't think about, I guess, all the things. Like, I will say, like, for example, as a just traditional worker, somebody who's working 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying, and they look at an entrepreneur and you see them and you're like, oh, let's pay for this, like, course, or come pay for this retreat, and it's $8,000. Well, go to this retreat, but it's like $8,000, or have this coach or this business coach or schmooze with these people and all this sort of stuff, and you wouldn't think that these people are actually like kicking out this money just to like go to a conference or whatever. But then you read these books and you listen and you actually like talk to actual successful entrepreneurs and actual millionaires, and you come to find out that yes, the fuck they do. Yes, they will go to a corporate retreat to hear somebody speak, or to hear some keynote speakers from people who are better than them in the business. Like, that is just wild to me. Like, yes, I will spend $1,500 to be able to buy a ticket to a conference that somebody in business is speaking at, or yeah, I'll attend this event and or this dinner and it costs $800 a plate. I sure will, because the people that I want to be in the room with, that's where they're going to be. And like, it's having that kind of mentality that's like, as a 9 to 5 worker, you would think that it's a scam, but in the entrepreneur world, you're like, this is just how you do it. And it's just like, that's just wild to me.
Yep, you got it. I mean, you want to be in the room where it happens, right?
Quite literally.
So because that $1,500 for that keynote speaker or that $800 for that dinner plate is not $800 worth of food. You're paying $800 for that plate because if you do it right, you can walk out of that room with connections that will give you hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars. Right? If you go into that room and get nothing out of it, that's on you.
Then that's
right?
a waste of $800.
Exactly. That is a waste of $800, but that is not the purpose of that $800. That $800 is supposed to seed other money. Right. So the idea, the difference between being someone's worker and being an entrepreneur is that when you're a worker, you show up and you do what you're supposed to do. You do your job, right? When you're an entrepreneur, you're always working.
Always.
Right? You're always selling. You're always doing something. So even if you're at a dinner, right, you should be doing something, especially if you paid to be there. So yeah, it is a very different kind of mindset. But who has entrepreneur mindset all the fucking time? Somebody's mama. Because in the same fashion that you, like, when I would talk to you about my work as a project manager, and I'm like, you're a project manager. I'm like, I need you to frame what you're doing differently.
Right.
Just because you're using different words for it doesn't mean that you're not doing it.
When you taught me that, it blew my mind, because I was like, I remember when I would talk to you and I'd be like, Lex, I can't do that. And oh, sorry, that's a nickname anyway. But I'd be like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know. And you'd be like, yes, you do. You do A, B, C, D, and E. That's exactly what this is. They're just using a different vocabulary. It's just a different vernacular. But that's exactly what you do. Don't you tell me you don't know how to do agile, but you sit up here and you can, multitask 4 different projects that you're doing. Like, don't tell me you don't know how to do that. You just didn't know the word for it. That's all.
Exactly. And there's so many women out there, there's so many moms out there that, especially the stay-at-home moms or the ones that have left the workforce permanently or the ones that have left the workforce and trying to re-enter, that have lost the language to describe what they do. And trying to re-enter into a space, especially if you left like a corporate position, right? Things change, especially if you left something that's highly changing, like marketing, right? The terms, the programs, the apps that you use change really quickly in that field.
Yeah.
So for someone who's like left the field and is trying to re-enter it, learning that language is really just the key, right? Because you haven't been sitting home doing nothing. You've been fucking balancing budgets and managing schedules and moving fucking assignments around and reallocating people and resources. What did I just describe? I just described like the regular fucking weekday where you take your kids back and forth to school and there's a fucking party in the middle and you have to plan dinner. That's what I said, but those aren't the words I used.
Girl.
Right? So it's definitely about framing. And if you are trying to, circling back to what we said about being in the, fake it till you make it and dressing for the job you have, when you're an entrepreneur, there is a lot of shit that is, you just show up.
Yeah.
Just show up.
Yeah.
Show up in that manner. And getting over that hurdle is, it's a task. One of those hurdles is, we just fucking talked about, is imposter syndrome. But like, especially if you're re-entering, and I say that as someone who is, I just restarted this after 3 years.
Right.
You're
Hey,
restarting your thing, right?
Same. I'm in the middle. Not only am I in the middle of restarting something, different, or yeah, restarting something. I'm also in the middle of like changing career paths, like in the the midst. So I'm trying to jump into a whole new like career job market. I'm trying to jump into a whole new field. Mind you, I feel like a fly who keeps getting like hit on the windshield, like, or just like swatted away or whatever. But like it's crazy. Like sometimes you just got to show up, because there's a lot of times that I'm applying for these jobs and I'm like, oh well, I don't know if I can. I'm like, well, yeah, no, I could definitely do this. I could do this. I just need to show up like a mediocre white man.
Hey, that's where I was going with it. We apply for jobs like mediocre white men because the number of apps I have received from vastly underqualified mediocre white men. And I'm like, how do you...
But y'all, you see, and then, but you guys interview them, just like you said. You get applications for them, and you interview them. And forget you people. First of all, the HR practices.
I am not talking about my current position.
No, but I'm saying in general. I'm saying in general, like the HR positions, like y'all need to get it together, because like I'm on LinkedIn. Yes. And it is just so sad but reading these posts about these people who are getting like ghosted by recruiters. Like, that is so mean. Stop ghosting these people.
I literally watched a TikTok about this like a couple of days ago, where this guy is a recruiter and he was talking about how he does ghost, and he's like, and it's not because it's something he wants to do. He's like, it's literally because these positions are not real. He's like, I am asked to post a position, and before we complete hiring, the posting comes down and we don't hire. He's like, so I am forced into a position where I am either contacting people and moving them through the process and telling them that they're going to hear back from us, and then they're not, or posting positions and then never even starting the process. And I'm like, literally, what is the point? And I mean, there's a couple of different reasons why they do that. One, there's that projection of growth, right? Mm-hmm. Where if you are trying to be acquired or something, you want to show that your company is growing. Oh, we're hiring for all these X number of people, but they're not. And then there's a couple of other stupid ass capitalistic business reasons why they do it. But for the person that is looking for a job, mm-hmm. this is the shittiest practice. Like, it makes no sense, because if nothing else, I can't understand how it doesn't tarnish the reputation of the company,
right?
To have, like, there was a posting that you told me about that was like, how many years old? Like, why is this still up there? Or months old? Like, why is this still
it was like from 2022. And I was like, 2022, like, why is this here? Why is this here?
So it's HR in general is just a shit show. Someone I follow on TikTok, his name is Tank. He is the HR agent of chaos, or chaos agent HR. I think it's HR agent of chaos. Don't quote me on that. I'll put it in the show notes. But he offers a really interesting perspective. One, as a Black male in HR, that is not the typical HR person. And two, he offers just kind of insight on the job market as a whole and like just really shitty hiring practices, right? He'll be the first one to call out like, hey, if an employer is asking you to do these type of projects for an interview, he's like, that is free labor and they are 100% going to steal your work, right? Like, don't do that. Like if they're asking you to project something for something that they're currently working on that's active, don't do that. And then he proceeded to show a couple of different clips of where Vans, like not a small company, stole like small ass artist work because they had them like submit shit for a portfolio. And like this one girl like made a TikTok and you could see it's her whole ass color palette and design. The only thing that they changed was like they made it worse. They changed it, but they made it worse. Her design was so much better and so much cleaner. It was kind of, I think, like national park inspired. So kind of like canyons, like not Grand Canyon, but like one of those, right? So like those kinds of colors and tones and very swoopy, very cute design, very cute shoe. They did not pay her for that. That was her interview project. And then they turned around and made shoes out of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which is shockingly common, especially in
that is
like
terrible.
design industries. Yeah. Like be wary.
That's disgusting.
Y'all are graphic designers and you're applying for a company and they're like, hey, design us like a social media post. Your social media post might turn into their social media template. FYI.
Oh my gosh. That's just so discouraging. You know what's worse that discouraging than that, or the freaking scam posts? Like those, like you people are the most deplorable, sick, disgusting people on the face of this planet. Like, well, maybe not on the face of this planet, but in this field, okay, in the field of like work or whatever. Like to scam people out of like, you know, like to get their information, like whatever, but to scam people, like these people, you do not understand like a lot of these people are on their last freaking leg and they're like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm you know, I'm finally getting an interview, maybe after not being you know, after putting in application after application and submitting resume after resume. And do you know how long it takes to tailor a resume to a specific job description, let alone having to write a cover letter for that as well? And then you're going through all these steps and doing all these things. You're going through all these rounds of interviews just for it to turn out to be a scam. Like that is deplorable. Like, oh my gosh, it's sick. You guys are disgusting.
I have another TikTok mutual. I won't mention her name because I didn't get her permission to tell her story, but she has a story up. She recently got a new job, thought everything was going great, moved, right? Got a new job, moved into a new place. Why was the job a scam and she didn't find out until she was supposed to get paid and didn't get paid?
Oh my gosh. So
not only has she like gotten hired, but like done actual work. So like committed actual time.
Absolutely not.
Like 2 weeks passes. Oh no, it's a different pay cycle. Okay, fine. So she like waits literally like almost a whole month. And then they're like, they just ghost.
Oh wow.
They just ghost. So like she's at like risk of losing her housing. Like she has kids. Like she moved because she thought she had a job.
Right.
Like it's like the scams are insane. And like I am so mad. This is about to take a weird political tangent. So follow if you want, y'all. But I'm so mad at our government that has taken away my bodily autonomy. And our Supreme Court, who recently just ruled that there's no such thing as political gerrymandering, which means fucking election maps are just going to be whatever now. But they are constantly focused on the wrong shit. Right? Like, I think Joe's running around touting that he's gotten rid of junk fees in your fucking airline ticket bills. Great. Can we get some accountability for all of the actual other scams? Like, I appreciate the fact that I don't have to pay $75
Yo,
to
it's the
change my
literal
seat.
fact that my taxes were taken 2 years in a row to pay for school, for my tuition fee or my school loans, only
Mm.
for them to turn around and forgive my school. Where's my money? where where is my money? And then on top of that, my school, the scam that it was, shut down. So where is my degree and my money?
Jesus.
They literally took thousands. They took tens of thousands of dollars of my tax return. They took it because I was in default for my quote unquote student loans. Well, I had already was like, well, I ain't paying my student loans, blah, 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 blah. Because I decided I wasn't going to pay them because my school has shut down. I was like, my school is
Right.
shut down. I'm not about to pay these loans. Well, they ended up taking my
Facts.
taxes, tens of thousands of
Jesus.
dollars. And then just this past, like March, April, or whatever that crap just happened a couple of weeks ago,
Yes.
I get an email and was like, congratulations, your loans have been forgiven. Congratulations. First of all, that is still on my daggone credit because don't you know I check Credit Karma every day because I'm just waiting for that 50,000 to drop off. Okay. And where is my
Yep.
money? Where is my money? Where the send the motherfucking funds, Joe? Send the motherfucking funds. Where is my money?
Run me my check, Joseph.
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions.
Oh my God. Those are the only two things I can't let people play with. You cannot play with my money and you cannot play with my emotions. And Joe is fucking up both of them
Joseph
at the moment.
Biden.
Joseph Robinette Jamal Biden needs to run me my fucking check because I do not have a shit ton of college debt. I have 23K is total debt for my 4 years degree. Okay.
Congratulations.
So I have 23K. Joe sent me a fucking letter saying 20K, that's on me. I got you, boo. And I was like, Uncle Joe, you're the best. And then the Supreme Court was like, not so fucking fast. And then Joe's bitch ass goes, I tried. Did you, Joe? Did you? These loans are between you and Jesus at this point.
No.
So, like, oh yeah, I got the 20K for, and I was like, you know what? You will get that 3K from me. I will skip my ass to the bank and I will pay it and I will be done with you. Yeah, no. And the Supreme Court was like, nope, this is unconstitutional. And I'm like, cool. I can't, you decided what I could do with my body, but not what I can do with my fucking tuition debt.
I hate it here. I hate it here. Like, and then on top of that, like, let's be real, because not only do you have thousands of dollars of debt, you know what I'm saying, but do you know how many people are working or not even working in the fields that they have degrees in? Like, matter of fact, my uncle is a whole freaking doctor and he does not have a job. Like, where, like, he's out of work. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy where there's a day and age that I will literally spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in, tens upon, years, it takes time to get that much education. So I spent 10 years in, post-educational school, become a doctor and whatnot. And I'm over here like, hey, what's up? Anybody want to hire me? Like, what the heck? So, like, even degrees are not even really worth anything anymore. And then you have to have entry-level jobs that you need 5 years worth of experience in.
Oh my God. Do not get me started on the prereqs for jobs. Like, first off, there are some jobs now, like, I'm old enough to remember, you didn't have to have a bachelor's degree to be an administrative assistant.
Oh, well, you do now.
Which blows my mind because literally that entire job is Googleable. Like, you can Google how to be an admin assistant while you are at the desk being an admin assistant. I do not understand where the 4-year degree plays any kind of benefit into that role. I don't even see how an associate's degree, a 2-year degree, would benefit you there unless you didn't know how to type.
It was like I was
That's
looking
it.
at something, and I think it was like an operations job, and they wanted you to have a bachelor's degree in administration, and they were only going to pay you $18 an hour.
That totally seems worth it. That makes perfect sense. I don't understand jobs that offer you less in hourly pay than what it would cost you to fucking repay the loan that is associated with the degree that they are requiring.
Mm,
Like, you can't afford someone with a bachelor's degree at those prices.
mm.
I'm sorry. The requirement to have a higher ed degree is literally just classism and exclusionary, like, in its practices fundamentally, right?
Yeah,
Like, there's no reason why an admin assistant needs a bachelor's. There's no reason why someone that is making $23 an hour needs a master's.
girl, girl, and 10 years worth of experience. This is entry
Exactly.
level, and not only is this entry level job, but it's also going to be 3 rounds of interviews.
Yes. Yes. And then my favorite part of every single job description, which is other duties to be assigned.
Girl,
And when your salary, other duties to be assigned means you are never off the clock.
ever.
Have fun whittling your fucking $40 an hour pay down to about $17 an hour because of the number of hours that they want you to put in. Like, it's bonkers. Capitalism makes me angry. And now let's talk about something that makes me less angry.
Okay.
No, I just it's bonkers, and the world is mad, and I need it to be less mad. So we are approaching an hour. How are you feeling? Did you have a good time?
I did have a good time. Did you have a good time?
I did. This is like this is the kind of chaos that it is in dealing with me on a regular basis. So I appreciate you putting up with my various level of
I
shenanigans.
low key forgot we were recording. Like this is just how our well because like you know me with my ADHD ass, I went back right back on Indeed and I was looking at job. I'm literally looking at jobs as we're talking about it. Like that's why I had the information right here. So I low key forgot we were recording. This was just a phone call to me. Like the fuck. But this was amazing. I'm sorry if anyone did not follow that beautiful little tapestry that we have woven that was this episode.
Listen, this was for us. Okay.
Yeah.
They're here. They're here. They're allowed to be here. But no, I think we did it. I think we did okay.
I think we did
Don't
great.
ask for real though, because I did have this 14 hands Cabernet Sauvignon that I started the show with. I don't have it anymore. It's gone now. So if anyone wants to sponsor me, I'm just saying. I do
Yes.
mention chocolate and wine at the start of every episode. So I'm just saying, if there's anyone out there, just saying. But I had an absolutely delightful time chatting with you. I do hope you'll come back.
Absolutely.
Actually, not I do hope you'll come back. You're not a fucking stranger. You are.
I know I'm coming back. We have
Coming
other
back.
stuff to talk about. I know I'm coming back.
Like, friend of the pod, she shall be back. She shall be
Yeah.
back to talk about her new and upcoming exciting projects. She will also be back to sit in on some additional chats because I want to do this again with
Yay.
you about like a specific topic. I want to do this again with you and like a group of other ladies. Let's bring all these threads together because I think it
Yes.
would be so much
Nice
fun.
little
Like you said, like
panel.
make the friend groups meet, right?
Right.
Just like bring everybody in. Because I do have quite a few women that I've made friends with on TikTok, which is insane. That is an insane sentence. And
Right.
that is not a sentence that would have crossed my mind like 5 years ago. But I am so glad that I found you there, and you are not free to leave ever. So I hope you enjoy my company because you stuck with me.
I enjoy it very much.
Yay! So thank you very much. I had the best time. You made this so easy. Because this had no script. Like not like anyone couldn't tell from the meandering path that
Listen,
this.
I'm sorry if anything became inaudible or like because
Listen,
like when I get
we're not.
excited, I just start going off and then my
Listen,
tongue
we're
doesn't
not.
keep up.
Listen, we don't. You get what you get, and you don't pitch a fit.
Listen.
We don't apologize here. This is messy. Life is messy. I'll clean it up a little bit. I'll snip the edges and shit. To the salon. But for the most part, y'all get what you get. And I think that's why people are here, right? I hope that's why they're here. I hope they're here to hang out and spend some time and just find a little bit of community, because it can be, we can be some lonely bitches. I would love to have you back along with other people. And, if this is my least listened to episode, I don't care. I'm going to do it again. So y'all deal with it. I appreciate you being here, my love.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for hanging out with me and Mallory this afternoon. I hope you had a good time. After the first couple of heavy episodes this season, I really needed a palate cleanser, so I hope you kind of enjoyed the shenanigans along the way. I'll leave links to the books that Mel shouted out in the show notes, as well as a link to her TikTok at the Ratchet Hippie and mine at the Mom with Issues. I've also included a new link in the link tree for you to leave a voice note. So this might be a mistake, but you can leave a comment, shout out anything that you might want to hear me talk about next, suggest guest, vent, I don't know. But there is a link to that in the link tree located at the top of my TikTok bio and also linked below in the show notes. So until next week, take care of yourself, and I'll see you then.